from a small town in Riverside County called Hemet in Southern California. I live in Los Angeles in the Silver Lake area at the moment, and I identify as a man who just likes other men. I don't really put any kind of label on it. It's just I'm just a guy, and I'm currently working on a documentary called LA Queer History, and it's about the rich gay history of the Los Angeles area. I knew that I was attracted to men at a very early age before it even became a sexual thing. I always liked hanging out with men, but I also liked hanging out with like my sister and her friends too. But there was like a certain thing that around men that I really enjoyed. And then obviously when I hit puberty, I knew that I liked men. But I hated myself for it. I lived in a small town. I graduated with 420 people in my class, which is a very small class in 1995. And there was no gay people at all. My mother, the only person on both sides of my family that's gay is, my mother has a lesbian cousin. So, and she was actually the first person I came out to in my family. And, but you know, it was a very typical masculine upbringing. In high school, you know, there was faggot, fucking faggot, and gay was a lot too. That's so gay. Why are you being so gay? Was this pussy fag was a big word people used in my class. Fucking pussy fag. So when guys interact with each other, you know, if you appear not masculine or show your emotions or something in any way, you're obviously stop being a queer, stop being a faggot, you know. So that's kind of what I was dealing with, and literally up until the point that I moved to Seattle after my graduation, I was only going to go there for the summer, and I was literally gonna stay in Hemet. I was gonna get married, have kids, do all that, and just be a closeted homosexual. The first time that back when I was a teenager, the first time I had any kind of gay sexual contact, I remember afterwards walking home and I was like shaking, and I was praying to God. This was back when I was like religious. I was praying to God. I was like, please don't make me this way. I don't want to be this way. I just like hated myself. Really coming to terms with my sexuality and my Latino identity. All I saw, you know, in gay movies at that time, this was mid-90s, late 90s, gay magazines, you know, the ones like Frontier, oh, yeah. They're different up there, but it was always white muscle men. So that's what I thought was attractive. That's what I thought was being gay and attractive was being white and preppy and good looking and muscly. So I still didn't really think that I fit in, because I wasn't that. So that really fucked with my head. And then I learned later that I didn't have to conform to what the gay community was, that I could have an identity as just, like I said earlier, as a man who likes men and doesn't really have to conform to loving Madonna or working on a project called LA Queer History, and it's about the rich gay history of Los Angeles. Okay. So yeah, when I started this project, I had no finances, I had no money, I was unemployed, I was alone, and I just knew that I had this idea for this huge project, and I passionately wanted to do it. And slowly I encountered other people who not only, I would talk to people and I would tell them the project and they would say, oh, that's a great project, that's a great idea. But then I would also encounter people that would say, that is a great project, how can I help? And we're almost at the tail end, and after this is over, I want to sell it, and I want to start a production company. Richard and I want to start a production company, and the idea behind this production company is not only to make more films, my films, but also to help out young, or they don't even have to be young either, some LGBT filmmakers and storytellers in the same boat that I was 4 years ago.